So are you, but still, I mean, would you advise to use a couple of specific networks? How would you advise your client actually on which network to use or which virtual world? So.
I always say, if you can do it yourself, do it yourself. When we tested on the Linden platform, one of the things that we learned was that we had to play in somebody else's sandbox, and therefore we didn't have all the creative capabilities that we wanted. So when we found Active Worlds, which is essentially a technology company, which says, here's our platform, do whatever you like, they gave us all the creative leeway to do all the things that we wanted. And so I recommend doing anything you want on your own platform. I'm an owner, not a renter. I'd rather incur a one-time fee to build my own property than to go in somebody else's playground. Because really, what their business plan is to sell you an audience, and they're not really selling an audience that may be applicable to the financial services category. So what you want to do is build your own island, and then through your external messaging, pull people into your island to have them experience what you've created in the virtual space.
That's a good thing as well. An important topic. How do you measure that? It's always difficult to really value. I mean, the how good an audience is, or the segment, which segments of the population are using it, how often are they using it? It's quite difficult to measure. So how do you?
Well, I mean, you can tell how many times a particular user comes in. You can ensure that there's an evergreen kind of component to it. So, for example, we knew exactly what we wanted to do with the island, and we knew that we couldn't do it all at once. It's kind of like when BMW launches the 3 Series. They don't bring out the best 3 Series they can. They bring out a 3 Series, and year after year they make it better. And so what we do is we knew exactly what we wanted, and then we have scheduled releases of new things that keep people coming back for more. And so that keeps the conversation going and people coming back. And sustainability is a big thing in this space.
Yes, and engaging people is always the problem for even social network. The challenge, sorry, not problem, but
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, if we came out there and built one version of Stagecoach Island, it would have a very short shelf life, as anything would in the digital space. What's important is to understand that you need to consistently grow and listen to your users' feedback. If they asked for a blog, we gave them a blog. If they wanted fireworks, we let them have fireworks. If they wanted to build, they now can buy their own land. So it's very much been a dialogue with the people that live, and so that is what has made this project, one of the most successful projects that certainly I've ever been involved with, and dare I say, well, I'll stop there, but let's just say it's very successful.
I think it's one of the best examples in the industry. But and in terms of spreading the word or increasing a number of members, would you say that it's mainly word of mouth anyway?
Absolutely. There's been no external promotion except for we do a mobile and like a mobile marketing tour, not via phone, but on the road. And when they're there, their message was Stagecoach Island. And now we're going to be using the schools to get the message out to the kids. We have many associations that are involved with empowerment of the youth that have come to us and said, hey, can we use your game to teach these kids about finances? And so we're going to be activating all those channels at the same time when we come out with the 2.0, which is really, really geared towards financial education. And I'm comfortable saying this. I think what we've developed is probably the most powerful financial educational tool ever.
Excellent. Yeah. So could you maybe talk about your experience in the banking world? So you work with Wells Fargo, so you're working with many banks.
Yeah, we consult for banks all over the world. And they come in and we tell them about the what's going on and so on and so forth. And because we were the first players in the space, kind of, and it happened to be with the financial services category. All the phone calls kept coming in, and we consult people, and we're very real with them. It's not for every bank. If they don't have a good idea, we say, hey, listen, maybe you should wait until you really know what you want to do. The tendency for agencies or somebody is just to go ahead and sell them something, and maybe it's just the fact that we're an independently owned shop. And we can give real advice without having to worry about a holding company. But we tell them, hey, maybe this isn't for you right now. So they know when they come to us, they're going to get an honest opinion of whether they should do it or not do it. And some strategic alternatives in lieu of perhaps going fully into the virtual space.
Excellent. So that's a good advice. So first of all, think of what you want to achieve, and maybe virtual works are for you or maybe not. So thanks a lot for your time, Eric. It was a pleasure. And we'll catch up soon at another conference or on visiblebanking.com.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye now.
Thank you. Bye-bye.